Let's watch this. This is from Harris Heller. Rocky sent this over earlier. I don't know what's going on, but it's titled Twitch Just Got Interesting. Again, the one and only Harris Heller with Senpai Gaming. You guys, I'm sure, know of him already. He's an OG and makes really good stuff. But let's see what he's saying about Twitch getting interesting.
I don't know what to think about Twitch anymore. The entire company is just having a wild shift. Oh, and speaking of wild shift, I just want to apologize for the craziness that is my hair right now. I just got off a 10-hour flight from TwitchCon Paris with a baby that screamed the entire time. So your stream daddy's a little tired.
Relatable.
Might be a little delirious during this one. Speaking of TwitchCons, they announced some amazing new things. I also had some opportunities to speak with employees at the event, and they shared with me some, they shared some secrets. And I want to talk about them. I can't share everything for obvious reasons, but I did get permission to share some important things. And Twitch today is
info.
It's not the Twitch that it was 6 months ago. Let's talk about it.
It sucks worse. My stance on all this, obviously I'm streaming on YouTube. I just want to be clear. My stance is that while I think YouTube streaming is great in a lot of ways, there are a lot of things that Twitch just simply does better. Ask Rocky in chat. He'll tell you all about it. Here, I'm going to link the video too. Go show Harris some love. There's a lot that Twitch does better. The chat functionality is chat functionality is way better. The integrations with different third-party apps is crazy. Twitch drops are awesome. Sponsors like Twitch because they've heard of it a lot. Recently, there's been a lot of sponsors actually that like the idea of streaming on YouTube, at least from what I've seen. But Twitch is established, and more than anything, Twitch is the biggest live streaming platform on the planet. If you want to live stream, you go to Twitch. That's just what you do. Now there's been questions about it because they've screwed up so much in the last 3 years with just consistently terrible decisions. But apparently Harris says they've told him some stuff that gets him interested, which is going to be, I wonder what this is going to be. Let's see.
Hey friends, real quick, did you know there's a free and easy way to get automated highlights and compilations of your streams? Also, at the end of this sponsor segment, there's a $25 giveaway, so hang out for that. But Sizzle.gg is the sponsor of this video, and they created a system that automatically makes clips, highlights, compilations of your stream for you.
This is like, this is what I mean with like the integration thing. So like it links to YouTube, to Twitch. I've also used Opus. Opus is one tool that I've used a lot. It uses like the OpenAI stuff where it transcribes like a YouTube video and then creates clips based off of that. There's some really cool stuff with AI that they're able to do to streamline this stuff. It's kind of mad, if I'm being real. But
edit for you. You let them know what game you're playing, and then it just does the rest. And then with one click, you can share it straight to social media. Enjoy your free content, helping you reach a larger audience and grow your following. I've said it before and I'll say it again. This is one of those work smarter, not harder kind of tools that everybody should be using. As for the $25 giveaway, Sizzle.gg is going to PayPal two of you that sign up for a free account. So I will put a link to that in the description down below.
They're just going to PayPal people? Seems a little sketchy.
$25 for some skins.
Maybe
or
not.
Whatever you want $25 for. Back to the video. Let's jump into TwitchCon.
Okay, what's up?
First, we'll blast through the small ones, then we'll talk about the big hitters, and then we'll get into more like the nitty gritty of the behind the scenes at Twitch and what's going on over there. Cool. Lots of new stuff announced. You can now have shared ban information. So if someone's been banned from a different chat, you can see the reasoning behind it when you click on their name. It makes moderating a little bit easier. There are dramatically
Rocky, that sounds great.
Streaming together, so you can have up to 5 people all streaming individually while also sharing their faces on each other's streams. It's pretty cool. I'm interested to see how people implement that in group games like Valorant. They've added some updates to their native Twitch alerts. Lots of little quality of life updates. It's cool. If you want to see more about these or the other ones that I didn't mention, go check out the keynote. But there were 2 new features announced that were significant that people are talking about. Twitch has finally realized that a platform that is live streaming only doesn't have the whole picture and doesn't provide for all the needs of streamers. Twitch needs discoverability for streamers and something for viewers to browse when their favorite streamers aren't live. It needs more content and it looks like we're getting it. First one, stories. Someone actually came up to me during my meet and greet. I hadn't watched the keynote yet and was like, hey, did you hear Twitch is adding stories?
Come on, dude. I was really excited for a second. Now they're just ripping off Snapchat again. Like, come on. Okay, so it's stories. Just another thing that you can copy and paste from TikTok over to Twitch. Okay.
And I thought he was joking. It's not that it's like a bad idea. It's just like the funny cliche thing, like, oh, we're adding stories. And like even YouTube shut down their stories recently. But if you look at it a little differently, it can.
Yeah, YouTube, I didn't even notice they shut that down. That tells you how popular those were. But with like as a YouTuber, as a creator, I wanted to use stories, but like, for example, with the YouTube app, on some Samsung devices, stories just didn't work. You'd press the create button, the little plus button in the bottom middle, and you'd go to where you normally would select create a story, and it just wasn't there. Like they just never went and supported it to the point where even on their own platform, Android, that Google makes, they never got support for stories. It was just amazing. They never followed through.
Kind of makes sense. I'm really hoping this doesn't turn into an Instagram stories kind of thing where people send 50 Instagram stories a day. Bruh. But it's a great way to directly communicate and update your audience. Like
wait, what?
Day. Bruh. But it's a
Oh yeah, I've seen this with people. I pop in
kind of
every once in a while to Instagram and I just don't understand it. I've seen this stuff where it's just like somebody expects you to just go through their story tapping with like 15 minutes of random crap of them just being like, oh yeah, and here's me at the dentist, here's me with a root canal, here's me getting my foot massaged by a homeless man. I don't care. Like, stop it. It's baffling to me. It's just the most narcissistic garbage app. I'm blown away anybody uses it, frankly. It's amazing. And I'm saying that as a YouTuber. If anybody would know narcissistic apps, it would be me. And I'm telling you, this is bad. Like, Instagram's terrible.
50 Instagram stories a day. Bruh. But it's a great way to directly communicate and update your audience. Like I have a great personal example of this. When I started occasionally streaming on Twitch again, I posted a YouTube video called I'm Going Back to Twitch. I tweeted about it. I let everybody know on every platform I could. And then I went live and I still, after like 3 months, get people saying, oh, Harris is back on Twitch. Yeah. Yeah, I've been back here for a while, guys. Not every follower on Twitch follows you everywhere else or even sees what you post everywhere else. It's a really great way to be able to reach your followers or specifically your subscribers and say things like, hey guys, this Saturday's stream is a very special stream. Make sure you're there. Make sure you're there on time. I don't want you to miss the exciting announcement, right? You can tweet that, but a lot of your viewers are going to miss that. But either way, we won't really know how much engagement, how effective it is until it comes out, which is in October. The second big one, and this is the really big feature.
Okay, it's got to be better than stories. Jesus Christ.
Is Twitch's new discovery feed. It's basically Twitch's own TikTok or YouTube Shorts or Reels. Guys, viewers can finally browse clips easily and find new streamers to watch. We've been asking for this for a long time. I made a video asking for this 4 years ago, which begs the question, why did it take them so long? And they actually kind of answered that in the keynote.
Viewers spending hours in a clip feed is not our goal.
The employee I spoke to actually gave some extra clarification on this. After I made that video about like a clips browser and everything, I sat down with employees multiple times. I had calls with employees. We talked about exactly how to implement this and they were pumped about it. And apparently what happened is that idea circulated in Twitch for years. The problem was the idea kept getting shut down by executives who were worried that if people just started doom scrolling clips, they wouldn't watch live streams anymore. So the idea that they came up to fix that problem is generally in this.
If you scroll for too long, it uninstalls the app itself. No, I'd prefer that. I mean, at least it's something. Like, who's gonna pop open Twitch and actually do this rather than just going to their favorite creator, you know? Like, if I have Twitch, I'm just gonna pull open the app and go watch like Asmongold or whoever. I don't know if I'm going over to watch the clips because everybody already sends their best clips to TikTok. You know, like I don't know. And again, this doesn't change anything with the rest of Twitch, like with the crappy monetization stuff, with them constantly screwing over creators. to try and take more and more of their bag. Like, all of that stuff is still very present.
Discovery feed, they're going to show you clips from streamers that you don't already watch, streamers you don't follow. The main goal of the discovery feed is to expose you to new live streams rather than to watch it instead of watching live streams. I'm super excited, but the Harris in me is skeptical about.
So did he just say that they specifically won't show you people you follow?
From streamers that you don't generally in this discovery live streams anymore. So the idea that they came up to fix that problem is generally in this discovery feed, they're going to show you clips from streamers that you don't already watch, streamers you don't follow. The main goal of the discovery feed is to expose you to new live streams rather than to watch it instead of watching live streams. I'm super excited, but the Harris in me is skeptical.
Like, again, I don't know what the better solution is, to be fair, but it seems like a polar opposite type of content to what Twitch is. Twitch is like long form live streams where you pop in, you watch a stream for 2 hours. That's what Twitch is. So to go in and be like, okay, and then here's a 10-second clip, and then you just scroll them. That seems odd to me. I'm not sure how well that will jive, because I don't think that's why most people are opening the Twitch app, you know? Just seems strange to me. I don't think that this is that big of a deal, but who knows? Maybe there's other pieces to it.
About two things.
A lot of people love finding a new creator who is small, so their messages are actually read and is not a drop in the ocean. I can understand that for sure. But my question is, like, these clips, it's all going to come down to the algorithm balancing. How, like, are these clips going to be recommended to you based on popularity, based on views, watch time? Like, what are the factors that make a clip more likely to be shown to you? Is it using a basic algorithm where it's just like watch time, and then the clips with the most watch time get promoted the most? So at that point, most of the clips are probably going to be from people that really know what they're doing, more experienced creators. And if they're just clips from within the twitch.tv site, I'll be honest, we had a ton of garbage clips that were waste, like just not useful at all, where people would, like, for example, it was really cute that people would do this, but people would like clip from my stream me reading their message, for example, which is cute. Like they want to save that, me responding to them or saying their name or whatever. However, that counts as a clip. So is that going to be recommended to people? Because people would be scrolling and just be like, okay, it's just me reading a comment. You know, like, how is that useful to people? It's based on the recommended for use tab on the app. Yeah, I think like there is potentially a way that this could work where it could lead to quality clips that sell you on new streams. But my question is just whether anybody is going to open the Twitch app to scroll this stuff. Short form content is what TikTok is really, really good at. And I just don't know if there's going to be anybody that like pulls open the Twitch app specifically to scroll this stuff. Maybe there is a ton of people that are going to do this and love it, and it's going to totally change Twitch, and we'll move over there and be like, oh my God, it's like a whole new world. I don't know. I kind of doubt that that's going to happen, because it seems like the polar opposite. It's like if Stephen King announced that he's getting really, really into mountain biking, and that's what his next thing is going to be. And you're like, okay, but like, you're an author. Isn't mountain biking kind of the opposite of that? Or like boxing? I don't think you're going to be a great boxer because you're really good at this other thing that's the opposite of this. Like, you know, Twitch going into short form content seems really, really strange to me.
Two things I'm worried about. First one, creating the vertical content has to be easy and painless for the streamer. Otherwise, it won't get widely adopted. And that might sound obvious, but I have a very specific reason. Streamers end their stream for two reasons. One, they either run out of time, they have something to do after, or two, they've been streaming for hours and they're exhausted and they need to shut it down. Either way, sifting through a list of clips that your viewers created is not something that's high on someone's priority list when they finish their stream. Something I would love as a creator is at the end of every stream, show me a graph of the entire stream that shows where the most clipped moments are. That way I can see at a glance what the best moments of my stream were, and I can grab moments from those spots, upload them to the discovery feed, and I'm done. Please, Twitch, that would be a huge time saver. So making it easy for streamers is the first thing. The second thing is it needs to be customizable for streamers without ruining that first thing. Right now, vertical clips can only look like this because of how simple the vertical clip editor is. And as a viewer, if I'm scrolling through the discovery feed and every single clip looks exactly the same, I'm gonna lose interest and I'm gonna leave. My ADHD needs that dopamine hit, Twitch.
Yeah, are they going to let people upload their own clips? Or again, is it just within the Twitch app? I don't know. If you start allowing any clip to be uploaded separately, like uploading a TikTok or a reel or something, it's going to get real toxic and real broken real quick. So it's got to be within the site, I would think, within the actual clips on the site. I don't know. I don't mean to just be like a negative Nancy trying to poke holes in it, but at this point, I'm just so convinced that everything that Twitch does is stupid because they can't seem to do anything right, that I'm just like, I don't know if I buy it. I don't know if I buy it that any of this works well.
Don't take that from me. So here is an idea that I think Twitch could implement on top of what it already has. And hear me out. There's a little bit of a bias in here. I understand that. Tens of thousands of streamers are already customizing their vertical layout using the vertical OBS plugin that we released for free a couple months ago. Twitch, give us a second vertical stream key so we can send both the horizontal and the vertical straight to Twitch.
Okay, that I actually really like. That could be really cool, but I would never, I just don't think that's going to happen because that could potentially double or pretty close to double the ingest hit to these servers and stuff. Like, and Twitch has already been complaining so much about server costs and everything. I don't know if they would do that, but that could be really, really cool. A second stream key just for vertical stuff, so you can build out your vertical stream and your horizontal one separately, but then it's all tied together. That could be really cool.
Horizontal and the vertical stream are sent to Twitch at the same time, but the horizontal stream is what viewers see. The vertical stream is just kind of living alongside it in the background. And then when someone clips the stream, it makes a vertical copy of that clip that the streamer can just send straight to the discovery feed. Now the streamer has super customizable clips that they made themselves, designed specifically for vertical, and it took no extra editing once the clip was made. Let me know what you think in the comments of that idea. I'd love to know if you have any feedback for me. And while you're down there, hit the like button because it's free and it helps out. So cool, thank you. The discovery feed is coming this fall.
Yeah, I love that. I don't think that there's a shot in hell they do it though, because they already whine incessantly about how expensive it is to run the servers for Twitch, and adding support for basically doubling that ingest, I think it's just not going to happen. I would love to be proven wrong, but I don't think that's going to happen.
I'm pumped to see how it actually turns out. I see a lot of people talking about this on Twitter saying it's too little too late. If you wanted to turn this around, you should have done it years ago. And maybe that's true, but I think those people are genuinely missing the larger picture that's actually happening here at Twitch, because it's kind of wild what's happening right now. Dan Clancy's been the CEO of Twitch for 4 months now, and there have been more changes over the last 4 months than there have been over the last 2 to 3 years.
But to be clear, my understanding was that he was basically already running the company, and then, like, while that other guy was still CEO, he just kind of let him do whatever he wanted. But I don't know.
And not just like features on the outside, there have been changes on the back end too. The employees I spoke to mentioned to me that Dan is trying to get to know every single employee at Twitch. Like, he's frequently checking in on multiple different departments at Twitch, something that Emmett Shear never did, or at least not anytime recently. He's desperately trying to add new features to make Twitch exciting and competitive again. Some of them good, and albeit some of them not so good. But the point is that
Hold on, what was that? New Twitch program meant to give streamers more money will benefit only 2.5%. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's true.
The point is that Emmett Shear had been the CEO of Twitch for a very long time, and clearly he's been checked out for a while. And whether or not Dan can step in and connect with streamers in a way that fixes the platform, we're just going to have to watch and see. And honestly, I'm still going to be a little skeptical. The man's favorite thing to do in life is to touch grass. I don't know how on earth he can possibly relate to gamers, but from the constant live streams on the platform, building his own community, to being at TwitchCon and giving his badge to a streamer who needed some help, I never expected to say this, but
as I said, I think he's a really sweet guy. Like, he seems like somebody I would love to be a neighbor with. Like, he seems like a really sweet guy. I just think that so far Twitch is a disaster, and it's going to take a lot to fix it and change that. And maybe he's the guy to do it, but it's going to take a while. And I'm not sure if just like getting to know some employees by name is going to do that. I don't know if he can hold off the Amazon like overlords, you know. I don't know. Nell, good to see you, my friend. Again, I would love it because more competition is always good, but I'll believe it when I see it.
Badge to a streamer who needed some help. I never expected to say this, but I'm slowly becoming a Dan Clancy fan. At least enough for me to keep an eye on him and see.
I also have to say, unironically, I love that he is streaming himself. I think that that's awesome. The fact that there's not more of these executives that actually use their product is just baffling to me. But it's really cool to see him be like, yeah, I run the biggest live stream platform in the world and I stream. And I'm streaming with other streamers to get to know them and understand their perspectives and stuff. That's awesome. Can you imagine if like the CEO of YouTube, I don't remember his name, but even when it was Susan Wojcicki, can you imagine if she was like regularly uploading YouTube videos? She would understand the frustrations of YouTubers much more. It's the common complaint of creators against these big corporate bigwigs. It's like, you're making changes that affect our livelihood, but you don't understand how this works. You're just like the person that tells the engineering team to go do this. And even the engineering team, they understand how the tech works, but they don't know what it's like to like they get the algorithm. They kind of understand that, but they're not trying to create content to take advantage of it. They're not trying to build thumbnails that are eye-catching. They don't understand any of that. So having managers that actually do understand what it is to be a creator, I think is awesome. So I think that him doing that is unironically really great and exactly what I would look for in an executive like this, in a space like this especially.
But on the opposite side of this, I think he's got an uphill battle. I think a lot of damage has been done at Twitch. I think a lot of damage has been done with the trust of Amazon, and Dan has to undo a lot of that damage. Amazon clearly has very little patience for what's going on over there. I made a guess in my recent video about Twitch's new 70-30 split, the Partner Plus program, and about why only the top 1,000 streamers could apply for that. And how I figured that it was probably because Amazon only gave Twitch a limited budget. So we can give 70-30, but we can only give you this much money for it. And the way they fit everything into that budget was by limiting who got that split. And again, the conversation with these employees, they're not specifically in the monetization department, but it seems like that's pretty much what it was. So Dan's got his work cut out for him. It seems like he's coming in at the make or break moment of Twitch. I mean, can he do it? I don't know, but it feels nice to be slightly optimistic about Twitch for the first time in a very long time.
I don't know, frankly, I don't think any of that was really that compelling. The stories, I think, is a nothing burger. Again, it seems like Twitch trying to be TikTok, and I just don't think Twitch is going to beat TikTok at their own game. I think most creators are going to just move into like switch over to that app if they want short form content. And then the discovery feed, this is much more interesting, especially if they get the app working right. You know, you see like, oh, they're live right now with this many viewers. Maybe it's something where like, I would be shocked if it wasn't like this. Maybe it's that they only show up in the discover feed specifically when they are live. So you can watch a clip of another streamer, but only when they're live, so that you can quickly tap their profile and go to their stream. I still think they need to fix stuff with like, for example, the whatever they call it, pre-roll ads. The fact that you have to watch like a potentially 2-3 minute ad or series of ads before getting into a stream the first time you tap on it, that has hurt discovery more than any other thing that Twitch has done. I think they got to get rid of those. Maybe they have by now. I guess Rocky could tell me, but I think as long as they have like a 2-3 minute pre-roll before going into a stream, their discoverability is going to be really, really limited. We'll see. I want Twitch to do better, but they've made it real tough to root for them. I'll tell you what, real tough. He took my thing.